Superhero movies use CGI, which brings fantasy to life. We see it in almost every movie and show nowadays. But have you ever wondered what happens before the scenes are finished? Today, we'll look at some movies, especially DC ones, to see what they really look like behind the scenes. Let's find out. In 2017, DC released Justice League. Before Zack Snyder released his version in January this year, there was another version in 2017. It didn't do as well as Wonder Woman, released the same year. Zack Snyder had to leave the movie because of his daughter's death, so Joss Whedon took over. Unfortunately, Whedon's style didn't match what Warner Brothers wanted. The CGI in the movie wasn't good because of the tight schedule, which didn't allow for many changes to Snyder's work. Fans and the artists working on the movie got really annoyed because they used computer tricks to add Henry Cavill's mustache in the film. Cavill couldn't shave it off because he was working on another movie, Mission Impossible Fallout. The studio didn't let him reshoot scenes for Justice League, so his face looks a bit weird in most of the movie. In 2016, Suicide Squad, a movie about a group of not-so-good superheroes, got a lot of criticism. But even with bad reviews, it made a lot of money, $746 million worldwide. 7 different companies that do special effects got $175 million for their work on the movie. MPC Studios did a great job, especially in the elevator scene with Harley Quinn. Just so you know, Margot Robbie, the actress playing Harley, did all the action in the elevator, but MPC did the computer stuff to make it look cool. Seth Morey, the visual effects supervisor for MPC, shared how they created the fight scene. In the scene where Harley fights with a practical actor in an Eyes of the Adversary costume, they wanted the eyes on the head to look alive and blink. They replaced the heads on the actors to make it seem like the head, brain, and pulse were active during the shot. Morey's favorite part was making the heads explode, which took a lot of effort. They carefully designed the debris to look like it was going up or sideways, resembling a clean firework. The idea was that the heads looked organic and human-like before being destroyed, but after the explosion, they became rigid like rocks, concrete, and glass. In the 2013 movie Man of Steel, Henry Cavill played Superman. In a memorable scene, Superman showcases his power and fireproof abilities by rescuing people on an oil rig. Over the years, various actors have taken on the role of the caped hero and leader of the Justice League, with Henry Cavill being the latest to don the iconic role in Man of Steel. Zack Snyder disclosed in a DVD featurette the intricacies behind the creation of a particular scene, explaining, "Essentially, we crafted a pathway for the character to traverse, adorned with streams of gas and flames emanating from the collapsing oil rig. We invested significant attention and time to ensure both safety and an exhilarating experience," Snyder shared. However, he conceded that the fire depicted in the film was authentic, despite the fact that the door Henry Cavill appears to tear apart is constructed from tinfoil. Snyder reflected on the creative process, stating, "It's amusing when you're conceptualizing a sequence and bringing something like this to life. It's remarkable what we chose to render using CGI and what we opted to keep genuine. In my perspective, the guiding principle is if the characters interact with it physically, then it should be tangible." In the context of the 2017 film Wonder Woman, directed by Patty Jenkins and starring Gal Gadot, it stands out as perhaps the most successful installment in the DC Universe film series. Despite swirling rumors about the franchise's difficulties, the movie defied expectations. The visually stunning scene featuring Diana's homeland was filmed in Italy, enhanced further by MPC under the supervision of VFX leader Jessica Norman. Among the film's most iconic moments is the beach battle, meticulously brought to life on the west coast of Italy, spanning 2 beaches as disclosed on the company's website. The team at MPC extended the beach and incorporated cliff backdrops, while a dedicated shoot team captured extensive footage along the east coast of Italy for cliff textures and reference material. The cliffs and islands were skillfully illuminated and rendered by MPC's lighting teams. Superman Returns, the movie from 2006 directed by Bryan Singer, may not have left a strong impression, but it did something important in the world of movies. It was the first film to be shot using Panavision's Genesis camera system. This was a big deal because the movie had a lot of special effects. Mark Sensient, who was in charge of the movie's visual effects, explained that the Genesis camera system provided a broader range of colors than any camera used before. He and Neil Corbellid, another visual effects supervisor, even got nominated for an Academy Award for their work on the film. Sensient also mentioned that the camera system allowed for a broader bit depth and had a good response in low-light conditions. In 2005, Christopher Nolan, who won many awards, directed Batman Begins, a famous movie. Nolan is known for making movies that make you think and using real effects when possible. But sometimes he needs help from a team that creates visual effects. Batman Begins was a big success and is considered one of the best DC movies ever. The movie mostly used real effects, but making the Batmobile was a challenge. Dan Glass, the visual effects supervisor, and a group called Gen Xers worked on it. Glass said in an interview that Batman Begins is mostly a movie without effects, but there are about 600 shots that needed effects. These effects, along with smaller models, made the Batmobile look real. They even did some crazy stunts with a full-size Batmobile in Chicago. Glass explained that even the small models they made weren't really small. They made a Batmobile that was 3/4 of the real size. Using big models is important, Glass added, and he mentioned a similar approach used in the movie Superman the Movie in 1978, where they made a 35-foot-tall model. In the world of superhero cinema, Superman the Movie stands as a pioneering force, marking the genesis of a cinematic journey that has since evolved into the expansive DC Extended Universe. With the recent acclaim of Zack Snyder's DCEU release, the public has celebrated the roots of this genre, tracing it back to the inaugural DC movie live adaptation in 1951, namely the premiere of Superman. This milestone not only solidified the hero's enduring presence in pop culture, but also represents a significant leap from the early days of superhero cinema. The pivotal contribution to the realm of DC superhero films came from the visionary director Richard Donner, whose 1978 film Superman the Movie was among the earliest to incorporate groundbreaking CGI technology. Donner's directorial prowess paved the way for the future of superhero films, an achievement acknowledged by Kevin Feige, the mastermind behind Marvel Studios. Feige credited Donner's work as instrumental, acknowledging the film's role in shaping the trajectory of the genre. Superman the Movie, even to this day, remains the quintessential archetype of a perfect superhero film origin story. During a tribute to Donner, Feige expressed admiration, stating, "I hope you don't bemoan the fact that creating a superhero film in 1978 demanded more effort than it does now, given the technological advantages we enjoy today." Donner himself reflected on the challenges of filmmaking in the absence of modern computer technology, emphasizing the absence of computers during that era. He noted, "Not 90% of the things were impossible to do, so you made compromises. I wanted to do something in Superman that was a cinematic feat." In essence, Superman the Movie not only kick-started the DC cinematic legacy, but also exemplifies the artistry and determination required to craft a pioneering superhero film in an era devoid of the technological conveniences that defined contemporary cinema. How did they make Superman look like he was flying without using a green screen? Well, they used a special system called Soft Tech from Zara and Paris. This system used projectors and mirror lenses to create the illusion of Superman flying. It was a bit expensive, and the guys in charge of making Superman fly were so happy with the result that they even cried. That's it for today's video on how they make DC movies without using CGI. So, what other aspects of filmmaking would you like us to explore next? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe for more exclusive content, and ring the notification bell to stay updated on our latest insights into the world of cinema. Thanks for watching.